Hi guys, in today's video we're going to talk about the brand started by the ever elusive, the ever mysterious Edward Zo. You may or may not have heard about him. He's like this Instagram model, I guess, actor, entrepreneur, now with this line of stuff. He came out with a line of hairstyling and hair care called Moon Fiber, and I got really excited about, because for the longest time I've always been using Gatsby hair products like nearly my whole life, because I feel like they're easy go-to products because they do what I need them to do. And to be honest, in terms of like hair styling products, I don't really explore that much. So I got excited about this one because I suppose since I'm doing YouTube and I like to review products, I would hop onto it, and it also give me a chance to try new hair styling products, because hairstyling is not really a thing I get like too crazy into. Like this has nothing to do with the review, but you can skip ahead. Edward Zo is, he is like a mystery. First of all, that boy is fine as hell. Does someone have his number? I need that number. Edward Zo, please. I just thought it was really weird because there was one point where he came to Seoul and he posted a photo on Instagram. It was like, oh, if there's anybody you think I should collaborate with or meet up with in Seoul or Tokyo, then tag them. And of course, a lot of people tagged me, so which makes sense, I suppose. So I saw it and I was like, oh, cool. Like if he hits me up, then cool. But he did not hit me up. I'm not like being bitter about it. I'm just talking about my experience or whatever. And at some point, he commented on one of my photos and was like, "Hey Edward, I'm in Seoul, or I'm coming to Seoul, or we should meet up or something like that." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." So I DM'd him and I was like, "Oh, hi Edward." And he was like, "Oh, hello also Edward. We should, meet up or whatever. Do you have any like line or like whatever cake, whatever they're using in the States or whatever?" He didn't reply, which is fine. I wasn't like, I don't expect him to or whatever. But I just thought it was really weird because then I think like a few days later, I woke up and I had a message from him on Instagram. I had like a notification on like my home screen here, and I went to swipe it to go look at it, but then our message thing opened and it showed up, but like literally a split second later it disappeared. And sometimes Instagram can do that. It just has to load, so I like click back and then I click the chat thing again to wait for it to pop up, and I did that several times. It did not pop up. Boy, he unsent his message, because you can actually on Instagram you can unsend your message, and I was like, I thought that was real fucking weird. So I'm not trying to be like bitter about it. I really don't care if we didn't meet, but I just thought that was really funny. Anyway, on to the review. Moon Fiber, when it came out, I bought the entire set. Boy, I paid $150. I think there were like several. I think it was free shipping though. There's several. I subscribed to like the newsletter, so there are several different promotions. You can get $20 off if you order something. Anyway, I paid $150, which is a lot of fucking money, but I did get 6 products, which is like all their products. I thought it was taking forever. I was like, where the hell is this package? Because I had to send it to my US address in Korea, which is in an army base, at my friend's address, and I ended up checking the tracking and it actually arrived really quickly. I think even in like a week from my order. It did take it took several days for him to ship it out, which is fine, I suppose. I guess he's doing the shipping himself, which is normal for a company that is starting out new or whatever. The owner is like doing a lot of things himself, but it took a long time for it to ship out. But the actual taking it from California to my US address here, it was pretty quick, I suppose. It just took me like a month or so, like actually get it in my hands, because I wasn't visiting my friend for a while to go pick up the package. So I'm assuming if you live in America, it's not going to take that long to ship to you. From the day that it's shipped, it probably will not take that long to get to you. The actual aesthetic and like the packaging itself, the aesthetic looks really pretty. Like, this is really nice packaging. It's very, I guess, masculine, I suppose. In a sense, very, like, it's very neutral, unisex, I guess. I don't know. But the packaging, it feels really fucking cheap. Like, it literally does not, it feels like the cheapest plastic ever. But that doesn't really matter because it looks fine. It looks fine. It just feels really, really cheap. But what really matters is what's inside. So what do I think of the brand as a whole in terms of the styling products? Because I know he's going to be putting out skincare, which, by the way, 2 sheet masks for $30. Excuse me. I got a bunch of masks from Etude House. The 0.2 millimeter sheet mask, super fantastic mask. I noticed the difference after one use. $1 each. Anyway, what I like about this brand is that each product definitely targets a different thing. Because I feel like there are some, even Gatsby, I feel like there are some hairstyling brands where they have a bunch of different things that I feel like two different things can accomplish the same thing. So they have different products that, they essentially don't really need. If you happen to have every single product, you'll definitely have a product to suit whatever hairstyle you'll be going for. For me, I tend to just be very relaxed about my hairstyling. So lately I've actually just been using this hairspray that I have from Black Monster. First of all, my hair's naturally very, very straight. It's quite dry, and now that I bleach, it's very brittle. But generally, even before I bleach, it's very straight, very coarse, very dry, but it's quite thick. So whenever I put any hairstyling products in my hair, it tends to get weighed down very, very quickly. So at this point, I don't even, if I have back then when I had more up hairdos, the only thing that would really hold it is got to be the freeze spray. That was the only thing. But for me, my hair is either this is the most hairstyling that I will do. For the most part, I tend to do more that kind of calm my hairstyle where it's very relaxed. It's just one part of the bang is put up. So for me, just the hold of a hairspray is enough. But also the thing is, with Edward Zo, if you watch his a video demoing each of the products and how you use them, he's one of those people that his only styling tool is a blow dryer. And for me personally, in terms of hairstyling, I need a blow dryer and a flat iron. I need to pre-style my hair with a flat iron to get into the shape and where I want the hair to be, because a blow dryer is not enough for me. And I feel like that's an issue, not an issue, but that's definitely a thing that a lot of guys or girls or whatever, they're like, oh, if I just blow dry my hair this way and I put this product in, then I'll get exactly the hairstyle I want. But that's really not the case. It also depends on your natural hair texture, but for the most part, I really feel like people need to pre-style their hair. People like Edward Zo, from what I can observe, and also a lot of Caucasian guys, a lot of Hispanic guys with the really thin, flowy hair that's really easy. You just need a blow dryer and you blow dry it this way and your hair's already like that, and they just need to put hair wax or something. There's a lot of guys like that, but for me, that's not the case. I have to pre-style with a flat iron. So with that being said, whenever I style my hair, today I used a flat iron. I definitely can find a product in this line that whatever hair length I'm at, whether it be short, going to more longish, my hair's about here right now, there's something in there that I can use. Now, whether I want to actually use the product is a different story. So I'm gonna go through each product and talk about my experiences with them. So starting off with there's different phases on here, phase 1, 2, and 3. Phase 1 is the Moon Fiber Moonshine, and I guess this is kind of serum thing that you put in your hair. In an email or whatever that he had, Edward was oh, back, when I had bleached my hair felt like straw, which is basically my hair now. And he said that this stuff saved his hair. It made it much softer and shinier. For me, because to wash and condition my hair, I use the Lush Daddy-O for shampooing and the Dream, I think it's the American Cream conditioner to condition my hair, and I love that stuff. It does what I need to do. But the thing is, if I leave it alone after I take a shower and I just towel dry and blow dry, my hair becomes very stringy and strawy. So I have to put something in my hair before I blow dry to smooth out the hair follicles. And my favorite is the Mijangsen Perfect Repair CC Hair Cream or the Moroccan Argan Oil. Love that stuff. I put either of these, this or that, into my hair before I blow dry, and it really smooths out the hair follicle, and it's almost like I didn't bleach my hair, to be honest with you. Also a combination of constant conditioning and hair masks and Olaplex hair treatments, then my hair is doing really great. I just have to make sure I put something in my hair before I blow dry it. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, Edward, stop with the hair blow drying, stop with the flat iron, you need to put coconut oil in your hair, girl. I have money. I'm gonna buy hair treatment. If you want to put coconut oil in your hair, go ahead and do it. But anyway, this is essentially supposed to be something that you put in your hair pre-styling while it's still damp to help smooth out the hair. I don't use this that much, to be honest. I've used it a few times, but I can definitely tell you the difference between these two. This one, it does smooth out my hair, I'll say that. But I noticed that I get more volume from this, which I don't necessarily need, but I can tell people with much thinner hair could definitely find use out of this. You put this in your hair when it's damp and right before you blow dry it. Not when it's super wet, but when it's more like when you towel dry and you have some moisture in your hair left. You put this in and you blow dry, and your hair will be much smoother. I guess it has a little bit of a hold to it, a tiny bit. You're not gonna like be able. It's not gonna hold your hairstyle all day, but just this alone. But it definitely gives your hair structure and like meat to your hair, so it's really good for like pre-styling. This one is good for if you don't need to hairstyle your hair that day, like for me if I was using a flat iron. I use this and it smooths out the hair follicle and I'll be good. But it doesn't add as much volume, I guess, which I don't mind because I have a lot of hair already and my hair is like end up very poofy, especially if I don't blow dry. If I leave it to air dry, it will be the kind of like straight and like it's just poofy, and I don't like the way that looks. So I need something to smooth it out. If I run out of this one, I'll definitely use this one, but that's what this was. So do I recommend this? Yeah, I guess if you have more thin hair or you need something pre-styling wise that will smooth out your hair shaft. Next up, part of phase 1 still, is the Moon Fiber Lunar Dust. This stuff I love. This is the one I've used the most out of all this stuff. Before I did this hair, I actually had that common hair that I mentioned, where it's basically just like my bangs are down, but like this part right here in the middle was I put up. And whenever I have something in my hair, whenever I style my hair in a way that I have some of my hair like up, like I need volume to my hair, I'll put it's like a dust that you apply to the roots and you kind of like sprinkle it and you rub it in, and it will keep the hair kind of like the volume, it will keep the volume up. They came out a few years ago and I never really like was that interested in them because I felt like they didn't do anything. But now that I'm more into hairstyling, or I'm more knowledgeable in terms of how my hair works in terms of styling, I can definitely use this, and I use it a lot. I just have to make sure I really blend it in because sometimes I get carried away because the powder is... Here's the thing. When I first got it, I was like, is there even anything in here? Because it's so light. But, you know, when you actually, like, pour product out, you see stuff coming out. But the powder itself is so fine, sometimes you don't see it. So you have to look really close to make sure you rub it in and it's not just, like, sitting, which can be a problem because if you don't rub it in quickly enough, it can set. So it's just, like, you see powder, especially right here where you can see my bangs. You can see powder sitting on the scalp, so you need to really rub it in. But if you're one of those people that really likes to do styles where your hair's up, this is definitely a must-have. It's just the thing is, like, it's hard to see like how much is left in there because it's so like the packaging is so enclosed and it still feels like there's nothing in there. So I don't know. Next up is the Moon Fiber Moon Milk. This is part of phase 2. This is where you're actually styling now. And the Moon Milk, out of the 3 like waxes, I suppose, this is my favorite. Because like I said, the style that I tend to go for is more of like natural, like loosely tousled. Because my hair is so straight, I like to add a bit of wave to my hair. I really like to use this one because if I'm not using my just hairspray to set my hair, because the hairspray I use the Black Monster spray, it just sets my hair in the way that I need it to, and it still remains quite light. This one, if I don't feel like using a hairspray and I want to use actual wax, this one will do the job. It's like a really thin kind of, definitely not a pomade texture, but definitely not a really waxy wax. Like the name Moon Milk, it's very a quite thin, not thin, it's like a milky gel. Does that make sense? It's not like gel because we all know, I gotta remember, what is that called? LA gel. Oh lord, that bottle. Oh. Anyway, I style my hair however even like styling it this way, I'll style it however I need it to be styled. Then I add this to my hair so that there's a little bit of hold to it. It adds structure to it. So even if I don't spray it, it will still maintain that kind of wave. Because if I don't, it will just like fall flat. I noticed with all these waxes, a little bit definitely goes a long way. So even though the packaging is cheap and it's a little bit more pricey, you're getting quite a bit of products because you really only need a little bit. If your hair's a little bit longer, you're one of those people that just likes to even just use a blow dryer, and you have like the really thin hair almost that you just need a blow dryer, or your hair happens to be like medium length like mine, we want to add something to it, the Moon Milk is definitely your best bet. Now the Moon Fiber Ice Balm is perfect for those that, I use it for this hairstyle right now actually. It's basically a pomade, it's really what that is. If you've seen like the American Crew pomade, it's exactly like that. It adds quite a bit of shine to your hair as well, so it's great if you like the really slick back look, like the pomade is what they say in Korea. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Like, if you're like your hair slicked back or whatever, the ice bomb is the way to go. It's like the moon milk where it remains malleable, I suppose, but it has shine to it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, if you like your hair like this and you like it really slicked back, the ice bomb is fantastic. It's perfect for you. Now, the third and final like wax, I suppose, in the collection is the Moonfire Tektite wax. This is also part of, actually no, this is part of phase 3. Just kidding. I guess this goes along with the hairspray in that once you finish styling your hair however you need it to be and you want to add little details like I know what he was doing in like his little demo, he's adding like these little PC parts which can be a really nice look. You use the Tektite wax, sorry. It's a really solid like balm basically, and the thing is it's so solid, it's so hard to get the actual product out. You have to work it like in between your fingers to really like melt it a little bit to work it into your hair. It's so hard to like, if you're going for like that piece look and you're one of those people that wants to like very detailed, like very structured hair where you want to like create every single piece. Yeah, you just like kind of like dip your finger in and like melt it between your fingers and then each individual one until you run out of product in your fingers and then you can dip back in. It's one of those things, but you get a ton of product and this will last you forever. So I guess that's a good thing, but I'm too lazy to use this, to be honest. And like it has like a matte finish, it's not shiny at all. But the thing is, what I notice about this is it makes my hair feel quite oily, and my hair is thick. It eats up product real quick. So I feel like if your hair is thinner, your hair will fall flat so quickly. So what I would recommend is if you have this or something like this, you set it with spray so it stays. Because if I leave this alone, if I leave my hair alone with just this, like even at the tips, my hair, it gets way too heavy and it all starts to just like mat together. It's really weird. But if you use it carefully and in the right way, it can work for you. But I don't really go for this look often, where I like even doing this, I don't really care for like really like certain like pieces being in certain places. I really don't care for that, so I don't really reach for this that often. So you know, if you're going for that look, that's it's not too bad. Just make sure you set it with hairspray because it's gonna weigh your hair down a lot. And then last but not least, the Moon Fiber Moon Freeze. You know what this reminds me of? It's basically exactly like the Got to Be Freeze Spray. That's what it is. It smells the same. It holds the hair the same just as well. So if you want to buy this, it's a really good hairspray. The thing is though, because the formula is one of those formulas that's so hard holding, the hold is really strong. The nozzle tends to get really clogged up, so you really need to wash off the nozzle, or after you use it, use like a Q-tip to clean it off. I was using it again for this demo because I don't reach for this that much because I have my other hairspray, the Black Monster one, like I said, because I don't need such a heavy holding spray. For something like this, I would use this one. But when I was using it for like the little demo video, it was coming out more like a fine, how do I explain it? Because originally it came out like a strong, like, not nozzle type, but like, if you like spray it like this, you can get like a light, I suppose, like a more airy mist. But if you squeeze it like this, you get like a really strong, like, concentration of spray, which is great if you have certain parts of your hair like this, where you need a certain part to really hold, and the rest, you know, something like over here, you can just do this so that you get more light spray. When I was doing it for the demo, the nozzle got really clogged because I used it as well yesterday, and it was coming out like a really weird mist, so you need to make sure you clean out the nozzle. Honestly, I mean, it's fine. It's a pretty decent hairspray. You can, like I said, depending on how you use it, you can get a different kind of effect. If you need something more wider, like this again. If you need something more concentrated, just hold the nozzle. Make sure you hold far away though, because if it's too close, you'll get a really concentrated bit of spray on your head. The only thing though is I feel like there's not a lot of product in here, especially for like, I don't remember the price. How much is the price? Hold on. So it's about $28. That's a lot of money. I would probably just end up getting the Got to Be Freeze Spray, to be honest, because I feel like this is quite a small bottle. You can really just go to Tresemme as well if you wanted. Not gonna give you as much hold, but it's a hairspray, you know what I mean? That was my review of all the products. Are there any must-haves? Definitely for me, the Lunar Dust. If you have very frizzy hair that needs to be tamed and smoothed out, the Moonshine is a really great product. And again, depending on what kind of style you're going for, if you like more slick back looks, the Ice Bomb is not too bad. The Moon Milk is great for more relaxed, like you just want something in your hair. Like I said, I love the fact that each product there's no like bullshit products in here, you know what I mean? Actually, just kidding. Maybe this one right here. I don't see every single person needing this unless you need it for a specific reason. I think you all know how I feel about this. Anyway, if you're interested in any of the products, if you're interested in any of these, I will link them down below. Hopefully you found that useful. If you have any more questions about the products, I might have left something out. Make sure you ask me, and I'll try to get back to you. But yeah, for now, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!